You're really great, like so wise, compassionate, generous. Like if loving others is really easy for you, I want you to take a look at how easy do you make it for other people to love you? Because that's not actually their job, that's yours to get great at receiving.
You've gotten great at divine working, but what about divine living? Welcome to the Divine Living Podcast. I'm your host, Gina DeVee. You're not alone in wanting more, and here at the Divine Living Podcast, you can expect to be part of conversations from women like us who unapologetically dream big and are obsessed with manifesting our most fabulous lives. The conversation starts now.
What's up, my beautiful queen? Hello from glorious Los Angeles. I am still at my hotel on the Sunset Strip overlooking this really, really magical city. And so pleased and honored and just filled with joy to be with you today. Still enjoying my coffee this morning. Glenn left for a road trip to go visit his sister in Northern California. So today's episode should be fairly quiet and squeaky free for me living with the noisiest human in the world. And my trip to LA this time is coming to an end shortly. I get on a plane myself this night. I get on a plane myself later today to fly out to Idaho tonight. So I'm looking forward to that. And I wanted to pop in here today with a message. I had lunch with a friend yesterday who is in a new relationship and was just asking me all kinds of questions, basically kind of how to do romantic relationship in the sense of not sabotaging it, in the sense of letting it be what it's meant to be, like be as great as it's meant to be. And when we were really talking, it came down to the core of like, the only reason to sabotage or second guess or judge or get jealous or have anxiety comes down to needing to feel safe in the relationship and not knowing how to do that. So I thought the conversation we had at lunch yesterday would be of benefit to our community also. So we're going to start with a prayer, and then I'm going to talk about feeling safe in relationships, any kind, and we'll get into that as well. Dear God, thank you. Thank you for the time of presence with you. Thank you for this opportunity to open into your unlimited realms. And as we open, we ask, and we know that every ask is given. And as we ask for our lives to be used, as we ask for our greatest good to come to us, as we ask for whatever people, resources, opportunities, financial flow are meant to come into our sphere, may they do so boldly and brilliantly and abundantly. We ask that you would help us all get great at receiving all of the glory that you have intended for our lives, all of the mystical elements, all of the joy, all of the pleasures. Help us get great at receiving your good in all of its forms. And we pray this believing, amen. All right, my darling. So I'm going to be able to get to the core of this issue pretty quickly, because as much as I have studied myself, other humans, people are my books. As I've been studying people for 20 years, I get what it is all about. And it's whenever we feel any sense of anxiety or lack or shame or guilt or frustration or not good enoughness or any of it. And I write about this in chapter 3 of my book. So if you haven't gotten that, get it. We'll link to in the show notes. It's about the injured feminine instinct. And whether you're male or female, we all have masculine and feminine energy within us. And most of us have gotten great at being masculine because the masculine energy is all about being logical, linear, practical, predictable. It's about providing, protecting. So like we've gotten good at being in control of our lives. We've gotten good at trusting the things that we can see. We've gotten good at initiating in those ways. The feminine is the spiritual, the nonlinear, the invisible, the passion, the play, the pleasure, and ultimately femininity is about receiving. And femininity has been made wrong. It's been judged as weak. It has been misunderstood. It's been tried to be controlled. And when you can't control the fiery feminine, then it's gone. People have tried to suppress it. And that's where we get into the self-sabotage pieces, because femininity and the feminine is about receiving. Masculine is about giving. We all know that we're so much more comfortable giving a compliment, giving a birthday gift, giving someone else help or support. But when it comes time for us to receive it, we're like, oh, well, wait, like, what can I do for you though? What can I do for you? And, even receiving a compliment will deflect it so much of the time. And then like receiving the quote unquote bigger things in life, the things that we have more energy around, romantic love, connection, money, for some people like high vibe in health. And we want to go shut down to be able to control, to get back to what we're comfortable with. So we want to go and shut down this open feeling of where the space would actually be to receive. And I want to help you get great at receiving. And it's not like I have this all figured out in every area of my life. The romantic area, it is one of the issues that I had to really transform. I couldn't receive love, attention, someone paying for a lunch, a dinner, or a coffee, let alone anything else. And so I know how awkward it can feel. I know how scary it can feel. I know how inadequate you can feel because you want it so bad, but yet we don't see the way we are the ones blocking it, pushing it out, being invisible for our good. And what happens unconsciously is that we are making someone else source. We're basically making someone else God. And that doesn't feel good to our bodies, to our souls, to our spirits. So there is an appropriate sense of freak out that happens. It's kind of like our hand is not supposed to touch a hot stove. And when it does, it gets burnt. If you don't feel your hand burning when it touches a hot stove, actually something much bigger is wrong. Like that means like you're numb, the nerves, you don't even feel them, and you're supposed to feel these things, right? And so I don't want you to make this anxiety piece wrong. It's just giving you information that you are putting your power, your attention, your energy, you are making something source that is not supposed to be source. And the way to reclaim your power is to put all of source inside of you and to learn to self-source, connect with yourself, connect with God, connect with universe, the infinite, and know that your safety will never come from another human. Ultimately, sure, it can feel good, when I've run into difficult times or experienced the trolls and the haters, I've needed to go to Glenn to like support me, and because he's so emotionally safe for me. But if I needed that all the time, then I would be making Glenn source, and I would be out of balance, and I would be out of my power, and I would still be in anxiety because I would need Glenn for that. And what if I couldn't access Glenn, right? We can't always access someone else. And so the opportunity is for us to get so much stronger in our spiritual connection, where we learn to consciously seek safety, oneness, wholeness, peace, all forms of love, abundance within ourselves and our relationship with God. And then we don't need them from another person. People always get surprised when I say, I don't trust anybody. but I also don't not trust people. I just don't need to trust people anymore. For the most part, again, I'm on my spiritual path too. I'm working it. I've just learned that anytime I say that I trust someone, there's an icky over reliance on that person. That person is every person, myself included, is human and flawed and has a shadow side and has certain patterns and the whole thing. So for us to consciously place our trust in someone, in a human who cannot be trusted 100% of the time, because that would be making them non-human, and that is not fair to them either. Pull it back, sister. Bring that energy back into your heart, into your being, into your essence, into your relationship with the infinite. Because with the infinite, there is never any lack. With the infinite, there is safety, wholeness, oneness, everything that you need. Everything that you need is in your relationship with God, spirit, higher power, quantum field, universe. It is there. It is all there. And the universe will bring you safety, resources, love, attention, opportunities in whatever form is connected to your highest good, which is very likely outside of your consciousness. So when you are just open to doing your dance with the divine, and you're like feeling like, I want to feel safe, confident, secure, profound, creative, brilliant, magnetic, lovable, adorable, amazing. You self-source that with God in the universe. That is the source of all of what you are seeking. And then when someone else comes into your life, like in this particular situation, a new romantic love, then you just get to discover that person, and you just get to love them for who you are, and you get to be loved for who you are. And the everything that's on the table is we are all awesome and all flawed. There isn't anything that someone can find out about us that makes us any less lovable for the right person. Now, we might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I have found the more I share, particularly the parts of me that I think people are going to freak out about or not like, it just makes me more relatable, more lovable, more like people can see themselves in me. And the same thing goes for you. That's why Joseph Campbell said, what's most personal is most universal. All right, so I want you, and I told this to my friend, but I'm pretty sure the same thing is for you as well. This particular friend of mine is such an easy person to love. Like, he is like, when I first met him, we didn't really know who each other were. We happened to meet through happenstance, and we just got to talking, and we had like this really long conversation. And he's just such a cool human, so easy to love. And the reason why the people that are easy to love, it's because they are actually so loving. But when people are so loving and so generous, we can get into a default mode where it's easier to give than receive. So if you're really great, like so wise, compassionate, generous, like if loving others is really easy for you, I want you to take a look at how easy do you make it for other people to love you. Because that's not actually their job, that's yours to get great at receiving. And that's what I want to leave you with today. I want you to get great at receiving love from others. Like, I want you to get great, because ultimately that's going to come from the universe. I want you to get great at receiving love in whatever form you're meant to receive it in today. For one person, it might be a romantic relationship. For another person, it might be a business opportunity. Another person, it might be a form of money. Like, abundance in any form is rooted in love. So I want you to get great at receiving today. Open yourself up. You've done enough, Queen. You have done enough. You have done enough giving. You've done enough doing. You've gotten great at divine working, like working in your masculine. And now I want you to open up to the feminine. And we're going to restore that injured feminine instinct together. Again, if you need help with that, get it in my book. Read my book. It's in chapter 3 and other chapters as well, but I identify it a lot there. Get great at receiving and heal this injured feminine instinct, because when your feminine instinct is spot on, that's when your intuition is just crystal and clear. And that's when you can say yes when opportunities come in. And that's when you can say thank you when the compliment comes up. And that's when you can let yourself not just be great at giving love, but receiving it as well. And that is a balanced whole human. All right, my darling, I hope this episode has been a blessing to you. Take a screenshot of it. Tag me on Instagram. Let me know what your biggest nuggets are from it today. And again, if you have not yet, buy my book, divineliving.com/book. And if you don't have the free companion course to my book, you can get that at divineliving.com/audacity. Lots of love. Until next time.
Oh my goodness, how much did you love this conversation? Please go ahead and take a screenshot of this episode right now. And I want you to tag me on Instagram and share with me what your biggest takeaway was. I love being in conversation with you, hearing from you, DM me. And I really love getting what is the one big takeaway that you got from this episode. Let me know on Instagram.